Hey everyone, it's been almost a year since the last video and the last X-Top, so I thought you'd all be interested to see what I've come up with next. This is another X-Top, this one based off of the Xbox Slim. I've been working on this for about 8 months now. Took longer than I anticipated due to some hardware issues with our CNC machine and stuff that didn't end up working out. So anyways, let's get to the interesting stuff. The main differences with this one, obviously, it's based on the Slim instead of the normal Fat 360. We've got the drive bay right up here in the front, as per usual. Another cool thing that the Slim allowed me to do was go ahead and keep the power supply internal to the laptop, so there's no external power supply anymore. It's just a single cord that powers the entire device. Also in the back here, as per many of your requests, we've kept the HDMI out, and you've got full access to the Ethernet, the 3 USB ports, and then the Connect port as well, along with optical audio. And then as you can see, this is the power plug here, and all you have to do is take this one simple cord, no power supply. This just goes straight over to the power strip there in the background, and then you just go ahead, plug it in, and you're good to go. So we've also got, on this side, we've got the headphone jack, and then this row of vents here is for the main fan on the console itself. So if we go ahead and open it up here, give me a second to adjust the camera so you can see it. The paint scheme was one requested by the individual who commissioned me to do this. So you'll notice this looks very similar to our last one. It's actually smaller in every dimension than our last one, and also a little bit smaller than the ones that Ben Heck makes, also in every direction. It's the same Gateway 1775W screen, the 17-inch Gateway monitor that we always use, and we kept the same idea with the buttons up here at the top. The one on the left is eject, sync, power, volume down and volume up. So we'll go ahead and boot it up. The red LEDs were also requested, so nothing too fancy there, just swapped them out for some red ones. This unit, even though the power supply is internal, is almost exactly the same weight as our last one, minus the power supply. So the Slim motherboard was actually very cool because it allowed us to put the power supply inside, keep the weight the same, and make the case smaller in every direction. So here I'll just go ahead and demonstrate the functionality of all the buttons. Like I said, that's just eject here. Take that, well, I leave it in so it'll start playing, I guess. And then we've got the sync here. We'll get our controller going. So we left the cooling on the 360 Slim as standard. It's got its one big fan is right here through this big vent opening. These two vents here are actually for speakers. There's 3 speakers in the system. There's 2 small ones up here in the corners, and then there's one bigger one located centrally that's just kind of serving as a center speaker with both channels wired to it to give it a little more sound, a little more presence. And then there's also wired into the power supply, there's 2 small fans that are wired into the pre-existing fan circuitry, so when the power supply starts to get hot, the fans kick on, and then they'll keep the power supply cool inside as well. This new unit is much quieter than our last ones because we were able to leave the cooling, the big quiet Slim fan intact and let it do its thing. So that left everything much quieter. And we also, now it has 250 gigabyte hard drive, so that's really neat. And I don't know where I'm going with this. Oh, also, the fact that the power supply controls the fans that keep it cool also keeps the noise down, because it actually regulates how hard the fans are working, so it keeps the noise down rather than running them at a constant 12 volts the whole time. So the whole system runs a lot quieter, a lot cooler. We've had absolutely no overheating issues with this one at all, and that's about it. Like I said, this is the last one we're going to be building. We've got one more that's coming through the pipelines, but we've just got too much work going on with school and stuff right now, so unfortunately this is going to be the last stuff you're going to see out of us, but I hope you enjoy it, and yeah, have a good one.